everyone, and welcome to Goss's Garage. I'm Pat Goss of Goss's Garage in Lanham and PBS Motorweek. Now, every week at this time, we share the latest information about automotive maintenance, safety, and performance. If you've got a question about your vehicle, call me now on our East Coast transmission lines at 703-387-1020. Or just email me at patgoss@news8.net. Coming up on the program this morning, if you own a Ford Mustang or have ever owned one, or you just like them, have we got a support group for you? We'll be joined by a couple of the members of the National Capital Region Mustang Club. Can winter weather cause damage to a differential seal? That's our question of the week. And from our maintenance mailbag, we'll try to find a fix for this viewer's Flex that suffers from a shuddering transmission. All of that plus your calls. And if you'd like a copy of my recommended maintenance schedule checklist or accident report form, drop by our shop at the address on your screen or download them at goss-garage.com, where you'll also find a link to our weekly chats. Or just call us at 301-577-9200. The information is free and could save you thousands. Goss's Garage will be right back. Joining a car club is a great way to make fast friends with folks who have the same appreciation for cars and driving that you do. So if you own a Mustang, you have to check out the National Capital Region's Mustang Club website. Welcome back. We're joined by two members of the National Capital Region Mustang Club, Amy Houtz-Martin and Hugh Barber. Folks, welcome to Goss's Garage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, first, tell me a little bit about the club.
Okay, well, the club started in the early 70s with about 10 people, and over the past 40 years, it's grown to have currently 250 members, and our members are spread throughout Maryland, DC, and Northern Virginia. And we have a variety of activities during the year, starting with the auto show and ending with a winter party, a couple of shows a year, lots of different cruises and such. And also one of the things I want to mention is you don't have to own a Mustang to be a member.
Oh, okay.
You just have to be interested.
Right.
And a lot of people do join because they want to learn more about a Mustang before they buy one.
I see. Okay. Now, Amy, what's your participation in all this?
I really like the car shows and just meeting new friends, and I've been a member for a couple of years now.
Uh-huh. Do you have Mustangs?
My husband and I have 8.
8. Oh, wow, you know, what the heck.
Yes, we have 8.
Okay. Oh, we see here on the monitor with one of your Mustangs. That's a pretty one.
Yes, that's my husband's Roush 360R. It's a 2002.
Mm-hmm. Remember those cars well. All right, what do we have here? It's yellow. Almost.
This is my main show car. This is a 1993 LX convertible 5.0. It was also known as the Summer Edition or feature car. It was the last year of the Fox body. Mm-hmm. So at the end, they wanted to go out kind of with a bang, so they made a feature car. It came in either yellow and black, yellow and white, or all white, or triple white. And the mirrors are painted to match the body. And they added a spoiler on the back too with some of the changes.
Okay, and here we have?
This is my 2006 GT convertible.
Other than the wheels, it looks like almost like my 2006 that I used to have. I had a black one with GT convertible with the optional red and black interior.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. And here, we're going back a ways.
This is a 1979 Ghia Coupe with a 2.8 V6.
Okay, 2.8. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the whole stable of them?
Yes, that's all of them.
Okay, that's impressive. All right, so you are slightly into Mustangs.
Slightly.
Which one's your favorite?
Probably 93, or I also have a 1995 Cobra hardtop convertible. It came with the hardtop and has the convertible top.
Right. Yeah, those were nice cars. Very much so. All right, now, let me talk to you about something big that's going on in the Mustang world, and that is this coming year is the 50th anniversary of the Corvette. Oops, I'm sorry, of the Mustang. And we've got a brand new Mustang coming out. Will the Mustang be at the auto show, the new one?
I understand it will. There'll be you won't be able to. I don't think it'll be one that you can get in, but there'll be a static one, which is really great because a lot of times, since DC's early in the calendar, we don't get those nice cars.
Yeah, yeah. This new one is a very impressive car.
Oh yes.
It still is a Mustang. There's no question that he would ever mistake it for anything else, but very, very different in a lot of respects.
Well, and plus it's a world car. It's going to be sold all over the world.
Yeah, it's the first time Mustang has ever had the capability for right-hand drive. So they're making all kinds of variants for different markets around the world.
Yeah, it's exciting. Some of our old timers are upset that there'll be a 4-cylinder available, but the 5-liter V8 is still there for anybody that wants it.
Yeah, well, it isn't the first time that they've had a 4-cylinder. No. You know, the last hot 4-cylinder was back in '86.
Oh yeah, the SVO.
Yeah, and that was kind of a neat piece.
Yeah.
I know I wanted one. Couldn't get one, but didn't have the money, but always wanted it. And I would take one of those today. I'm not opposed to 4-cylinder if they work right.
No, there's no reason not to. I think that's the neat thing about the Mustang is that even from the beginning, you could buy it with a 6-cylinder, you could buy it with a V8, you could buy it with a big block during certain times. It pretty much, you know, how fast do you want to go? How much money do you have?
Right. Well, we have some video of the evolution of the Mustang. Maybe you can narrate what we're seeing here.
Okay. Well, this is when they're making up the clay models, and of course this is the prototype. I forget the designation of the very first concept for the Mustang. Which of course ended up as
which is nothing like that concept.
And I think this is an old Mustang commercial, one of the first ones. I remember, I've seen this before with a voiceover.
Yeah, I've seen it too. But they were amazing cars, good-looking cars.
Oh yeah.
To this day, they're great-looking cars.
And of course, you know, even you joked about the Corvette and such. I mean, yeah, the Camaro came along later and the Challenger, but this is why they call them pony cars.
Yeah.
Because the Mustang was the first.
Right. And
yeah, and then as we go through the various years, they got a little bit bigger and up through the 70s, and they I won't tell you what year it is because I'm sure members of our club will send me irate emails later telling me I have the wrong year, but that'd be the early 70s. And of course it's a Shelby.
500, yes. No question about that. Some interesting footage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And okay. Well, all right. Well, folks. Coming up, more with Amy and Hugh, plus your calls from our East Coast transmission lines. Time now for our tip of the week. There's a new breed of driver that's dumber than a stump. These idiots think someone on the internet can magically tell them what's causing a problem with their car. Then they take their car to a shop with instructions to repair a specific thing, not correct the actual problem. Trying to fix a car over the internet is absurd because it just can't be done. I get thousands of questions asking me to diagnose problems, but I cannot do it. All anyone legitimate can do is tell you what parts to check and what procedures to use to find the problem. but not what to actually repair or replace. So, when you take your car in for repairs, always describe in detail what the problem is. Then ask for a diagnosis. Next, ask how much it'll cost and if they guarantee they will fix your problem. Sometimes a shop can't make that guarantee, but most times they can. After all, it's simple. You just want the problem fixed. But if you insist you can get a car repair diagnosis from the internet, why not get your blood pressure and cholesterol levels checked the same way? What the heck? Just do away with doctors and car repair shops for a simpler but probably shorter life. Stay tuned. Goss's Garage will be right back.
Hi, my name is Gilberto and I own a 2005 Mitsubishi Montero. My question is, on the transmission, the differential, is it right to the seals to broke in the winter because of the cold?
Should cold weather damage a differential seal or any seal on an automobile for that matter? No, not unless you're talking about something super cold in Antarctica or something like that. Then there might be some issues on certain things, but on a car in the continental United States, no, there isn't going to be any temperature that's going to be cold enough that it would hurt a seal. If it seal went bad and it was relative to cold, then it was just plain a bad seal. Philip in Alexandria, welcome to Goss's Garage.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
My question, I have a 2007 Toyota Corolla, and I go to the dealership and get an oil change every 3,000 miles, and they're telling me I can get it done at 5,000. From old school, I was taught to change the oil every 3,000. What's your
Okay. Is the car used exclusively for very short trip driving?
Yes.
All right, I'd stick with the 3,000.
Okay.
If you mix in a little bit of highway driving and a little bit longer jaunts and things like that, 5,000 is fine. But if it is all short trip, err on the safe side.
Okay,
Do it at 3,000.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, Bob in Martinsburg. Welcome to Goss's Garage.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have an 06 GMC Sierra, and on the odometer, it has the odometer reading, trip reading, and an engine hour reading. And the engine hour meter keeps resetting itself. Have you ever heard of this problem? And should it be something I should be concerned with?
You have an engine hour meter.
Yep.
And, well, a lot of engine hour meters that are factory installed go to 100 hours and then reset themselves.
Well, mine had 2,300 on it. I've had the truck since '08. I went on the internet and researched it, and between '03 and 2011, there's been numerous drivers of GM products that the engine hour meter has reset it, even on the diesel engines.
Right. Well, see, GM has had an enormous problem with instrument clusters in general. So to see something like that happen on a GM truck instrument cluster is not unusual. You know, they have issues with the odometers, they have issues with the gauges, they have all kinds of problems. We replace more instrument clusters in GM trucks than in all other vehicles combined.
I mean, the truck runs great. It's not having any problems.
Well, yeah.
The only issue is the engine hour keeps resetting itself.
Right. And you know, most people would just forget about it. And if you really...
I'm a disabled veteran, so I like to keep track of what's going on with my vehicle because I need it.
Well, yeah, I understand. But the best way, rather than spend several $100s to get the instrument cluster redone in it, just go to a marine store, buy a $39 hour meter, and install an auxiliary hour meter and be done with it.
Didn't think of that. You're the man. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you. All right, folks. What other interesting things are going on with Mustang? You're going to have a display at the...
We're going to have a display at the DC Auto Show, and because it's the 50th birthday, we're going to have about 20 cars, starting with the 1964 and a half coupe with the original 260 V8 in it, and progressing through the years all the way to 2014. And we'll be in the downstairs hall, and then obviously if you want to go see the 2015, you hop on the elevator and go upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When is the auto show this year?
It's the last week of January. I believe it started the 22nd or 23rd and goes till the 2nd of February this year.
Okay. All right. All right, don't go away. We've got more with our guests and your calls from our East Coast transmission lines, plus a question from our ECT mailbag. Time now for a maintenance tip from our friends at Precision Import Service in Merrifield, Virginia, where seniors get discounts and where they'll take care of your domestic vehicle. $189,000 miles. I would suspect at this point that you probably need a replacement transmission. The one thing to keep in mind, there is no legitimate shop on the planet, and I said legitimate, that is going to go into that transmission at 189,000 miles and do a partial repair. That wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't make financial sense for you. So if you find somebody that is willing to go into it, chances are you're going to wind up with a mess and you're going to lose some money on it. So expect you'll probably need a transmission. Betty in Silver Spring, 2012 Toyota Corolla. Welcome to Goss's Garage.
I'm sorry, it's a 2011.
Okay.
I just recently bought this, been about 3 months ago, and it runs pretty good, but I noticed on acceleration it has a certain hesitation.
Well, that shouldn't be on a late model car like that.
So you think it's something I should, while it's still in a warranty and everything, I should...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Get it back. It needs something. Fuel-injected cars do not hesitate.
Okay.
That just is no longer in the programming.
All righty.
The only time they do is when there's a problem.
Okay.
All right?
All righty.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Amy, what's your next car going to be?
Hopefully the new Mustang.
Okay.
My husband's probably cringing right now, but I cannot wait. I hope I can really get one soon.
Okay. So
That would be number 9.
number 9. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What's your oldest one?
1979.
79? Okay. And Hugh, yours?
I'm a little bit, I have less land than Amy does, so I have a 2005 that I do track events in, and my wife has a 2011, or 2007, excuse me, and my wife has a 2011 convertible that she drives to work.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think well, we have a daughter that's going to go into college in the next couple of years, so we'll probably have to wait a bit before we get the next one.
I understand how that works. But the next one's going to be...
Oh yeah. There will be a next one.
Okay. You have the club has a holiday party coming up too?
Yes, we typically every year we start the year with the holiday party. That's usually right before the auto show, usually the weekend before. Then we have, of course, the auto show, and then in April we have a huge spring show that's typically in Woodbridge at Coles Ford, and then in the fall we have a fall show which is up at do you remember the dealership?
Academy Ford.
At Academy Ford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Maryland. So we try and spread our activities throughout the area that our members are. We don't want to make it too hard for any of our members to participate, even though we are fairly largely spread geographically. And then during the year we have clinics for folks to learn about just particular things on some of the old Mustangs, and We had a leaf tour where we went up to Skyline Drive and, looked at the leaves, and you drive the car around.
How can our viewers join your
Oh,
club?
it's really easy. We have a website. It's NCRMC.org. We also have a Facebook page, and you can look up either National Capital Region Mustang Club or NCRMC on Facebook, and either one will direct you on how to get more information. You can also come by the auto show, and we'll be there and talk to us.
Okay.
And we'll be happy to tell you more.
Well, thank you. All right, that's it for this edition of Goss's Garage. If you didn't get through this weekend, just email me your questions and comments at patgoss@news8.net. For Amy Houtz-Martin, Hugh Barber, and the entire Garage gang, I'm Pat Goss. Drive gently, have a wonderful Christmas, and we'll see you next week.